Alright, let's hope everything's working okay. I wish this source would work. Anyways, hi everyone. I have to do some testing for this setup since one of these two cameras is probably drifting and I've been kind of just trying to work that out, so... Well, we need some exercise anyway since we haven't played since Sunday when Tusa was here for co-op, so let's get some actual like practice in for RIP. Hopefully everything will be okay here.
New series. Difficulty so level 12.
I don't know, just give me like a
Level
random
19.
I guess. Ridiculous. This wouldn't come, like 19s won't come up for me, but for the tone. Good to warm up on.
Absolutely perfect.
Particularly a difficult 19 to do well on. There's not a lot of 16s for this BPM.
Next stage.
Also, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Oh, can't believe it's only 2 weeks until RIP.
Level 20.
This I actually haven't played in a while, so this actually is good practice. I hope you like that pattern because you're going to see it a lot in this chart. Wow. Come on. Hi, Shinji. Thank you. Yeah, what a chart. Still.
Absolutely perfect!
I don't mind theming the chart, but we didn't need 3 iterations of the exact same thing and 2 iterations of another same thing. It's a little much at that point.
Next stage.
Honestly, this is where double handles it better because Dolki varies it up enough to where it doesn't feel so repetitive.
Level 20, level 21.
I was actually going to play the song later, but not this difficulty. I forgot that ending exists. Hey, Jack. I forgot the ending exists. Shit.
Unbelievable! You are the best!
We probably want to spend some time on that. Let's play the...
Next stage.
Let us play it one more time, just to be 100% sure. Invasion is something I haven't spent a whole lot of time on like every chart. And I definitely need to practice D25. Because that's one of my weakest. Because it's a lot more work than it looks like. It's a cool chart, but it's a lot of work. Alright, so let's go back to Invasion. Let's play it one more time. There we go. Contest winners. Contest winners. That's my fault. I felt that. Need to be more aggressive with that. better. As long as we just keep thinking ahead, we should be okay. Even with the ending.
Absolutely
That would be
perfect!
acceptable. Against anyone I'd have to play this on, this should be fun. Because the range cap where I'm going to be starting the tournament at, if the seating is accurate, means I'm probably going to be starting in like the S20 to S21 range. Let me double check the rules. They did put the rules in the server. So yeah, it'd be the 20 to 22 range if I'm starting in stage 7.
Level 20, level 22.
Let's see what range 22 I get, just to see. That is something I would not want to get. Mostly because it comes down to the ending. Should be like 1 miss, 3 good, and a small amount of greats. Like I said, it really just comes down to the end. Oh, okay.
Absolutely
Well, that is triple S
perfect!
plus on Phoenix, so I'm not gonna refuse that.
New record!
Yeah, I'm not very good at hitting that ending clean, so I will take that. I will happily take that. Like I said, it really just comes down to the ending. The rest is not that hard and mostly just comes to, are you paying attention and not being too lazy.
Game over!
Let's random another S22. See what else I get. Hi, Sparko, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hope work was smooth.
Let's move it up! New teams! Difficulty zone double! Difficulty zone level challenge. Level 19, level 22.
That's a move right there. That's always me when I finish a session of this. I'm like, oh, I better relax before dinner and work. All right, let's see what other random we get here. That is actually one I would want in the event. This is a very nasty one in a way that benefits me. Very old school. So far, so good. I actually already got a PB on one song, which is not bad. That chart went okay. A little sloppy in places.
Unbelievable! You are the best!
I didn't hit the ending very clean, and both misses were on downs for me not reaching far enough. But yeah, the song before this I actually did
Next
get a
stage.
Phoenix PB on a Clovis S22 out of the blue. The ending of that chart is like everything, so it was just one of those times where I actually managed to hit the ending. Because the rest of that chart is not that hard for 22. Right now we're just kind of getting a few randoms just to make my brain work, and then we'll focus down on charts that actually need work. Like we'll go and pick things. Like I said, I definitely wanted to work on Invasion D25 because that's one of my worst ones, but something I can definitely get an advantage on. Okay. Go random here. This is also another good one for me. Really fun too. I'll take a 1 grade score, that's fine.
Absolutely perfect!
Pretty good. Pretty good. I won't have any problems if that comes up. It has lots of nice little things to trip players up. Especially the jacks at the beginning.
Next stage.
I don't know, I really just fell in love with this song ever since I first played it in My Mind when it was licensed. It's just such a funny ass video. Charts as a whole is fun in the games I can play it in. As far as I know, it did relatively well in the BMS contest it originated from. I think it was like 3rd or 4th. Litmus knows how to meme and please. Alright, let's pull a random S23 and then we'll start going through double. I'm still fucking baffled on Rush Hour though. Why is it? Why did they set it as BPM 112? It's definitely not that way in my mind, and I'm pretty sure the original is 224. It doesn't really matter for Pump, but it's still perplexing. It's just one of those really bizarre mysteries we'll never get a real answer to. And probably for the best.
Level 23.
Okay. What are we gonna get here? That I actually have a pretty good score on, but it's always a struggle. Fell off the pad. That's an okay score. Could be better, but triple
You're
F is
the
fine.
best! Next
I didn't really like the song much at first, but after kind of settling in, it's okay. It's paced well. It's paced well for charts. Like there's enough like push and pull to where you definitely have some rest time, but the other parts are pretty intense and you have to focus and actually try. And I do like that a lot. So, you know, all in all, it isn't near the top of Phoenix Originals for me, but it's like solidly in the middle. It's not boring. I'll give it that. It's not boring. And I think Sonny was the right person to give this one to. What other Uso stuff have we had in Pump? Or Animero games in general? Chrono Circle we had Onslaught as an original. There was also at least a couple other songs licensed. Let's see, there was a collab with Raver, Because of You, which is in the game as well. What was the other one? I forgot what the other one is off the top of my head. Let's go to double like I said I was going to.
Level 23. Difficulty zone, same difficulty zone. Level 17. Level 21.
Just because it can come up, you should practice it. Like, it's possible to get this in top 8. I can't think of another 21 I want to practice right now, so we're going to play this. That transition's always hard for me. That was always like the hardest one. That should be still fine.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
As long as we're getting everything up to that point, it should be fine. It's Novasonic, so yeah. Like, early rock songs in like the early 2000s, they're not gonna have sync. Not in my division, unfortunately. Hi, J-Boy. Also, thank you. 68 months. Thank you, sir. 1 month left, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no other eligible chart for me since I'm starting so high up. Session's okay so far. I'm just making sure nothing's drifted on my setup. I'll check things later. I did PB a Clo SS22. What other nasty things? This is kind of nasty. The ending is nasty. to go really late at the end. That's what I get. The ending of that is such a pain in the ass. It is lovely. It is actually also a classical remix. You wouldn't think that, but this actually is a classical remix. That's bad.
Awesome!
That's bad. Let's play that.
Game over.
The hardest part is making the transition on the rolling brackets. I'm really bad about that. So I probably just need to hit hard just to make sure I get the hit. But I'm trying to remember what classical remix this is. I think it's a Mozart minuet? They added a lot in Phoenix. Like a lot of classicals.
New tunes.
Like they've been really leaning into classicals again. Like we've had some every game of course, but they really leaned in the last couple of years or so.
Difficulty zone double. Level 17. Level 21.
And I'm okay with that being a band nerd. Turn it way down, because I know you're late as hell. Make sure we do all our gallops. The song is also hilarious because it's literally the lyrics are literally just about how great it is to be a cat. Sonny, why did you not make these swing notes, by the way? Very now. They know. Anyway, that's good.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
It is really cute. And I also appreciate that Cashew and Castelia, they're kind of like our thoughts on Song Link where you don't need it past 2 minutes most of the time. Shorter works better here. This is like only like a minute and a half, maybe like it's no more than minute 40. I think it was third contest? No, Little Munchkin was. Young Turn I think was just an M original.
Well, I know contest at some
They
point.
have rules, yeah.
Yeah, they had limitation at
Hey,
later.
Tef.
I think they extended it slightly more for the later contest, but first one was like 150 minutes or something.
I think the last one we have, you had to have it at 2 minutes max.
I know the first one was very short.
But yeah, this Castelia had Little Munchkin, which is the other nice little classic remix from her. And then this was an M original that got ported. It's a nice one. It's a good song. Alright, what other D21s do I need to look out for? This one actually is kind of a problem, but let's play just to be safe. Just to refresh my memory. Mostly I'd agree with that. Of all places, too.
Absolutely perfect!
This one eludes me yet again. That'll be fine.
Next stage.
Okay. As long as I'm reading the bottom of the screen and reading a normal scroll speed for me, that should be fine. Fashion art is pretty much the same thing, so I don't have to worry about it. This one actually is kind of nasty. This one actually is rather nasty. Brain tangled. I pack. Not right now. We'll see, but not right now. Can't afford to get lost like I did. We're gonna play that again.
Next
Can't afford to
stage.
get lost like I did. I was crushing it. I was on PG pace, and then I just brain farted that first good. The trick I've learned in doing that part is to, yes, read fast, but also just look at the very bottom so that I'm not trying to process too much at once. I'm looking ahead. It's enough to not throw me off as long as I'm 100% dialed in on focus. But yeah, I don't have any by 9 plans yet. It's too early. I don't know what kind of trips I'm going to be taking this year.
I just noticed next skate logo and then actually most of them kind of threw me off. I have not seen it in forever.
Yeah.
It's not on an X poster. It's funny.
Yeah. Who in here in chat actually likes kimchi? Because I actually don't eat enough Korean barbecue, and I don't have kimchi like that often, if like ever. Hey, what's up, Andy? How you doing, sir? I saw the theme, and I'm actually surprised nobody guessed it out of 200 guesses. Like, I am legally obligated, but, might have to strike that down. We'll see. It's nice to finally have a new PG.
Wow! New record!
I didn't even get that one in XX, so this one was way overdue.
Next stage.
Yeah, it's mostly just where fight is that it's kind of hard to get to. Like, we're central-ish in the country, so we can fly just about anywhere, but that's still kind of a ways when it comes to the coast.
It's also a problem the airport is really far away.
Yeah,
so
that doesn't
we
help
need
either.
somebody to drive because any kind of Uber would cost really much.
Yeah. Hey, Rectoress.
Yeah, like remember last time.
Yeah, you went on your own. And
I had somebody drive me from Washington, not even Washington, Baltimore.
yeah, from Baltimore.
It's really a drive.
Yep. Certainly is. Alright, any other 21s? Most of the others I've got unlocked. That's fine, I don't need to. Like, I play that enough. This I should play. Yeah. Make sure you also set up a very tall window with some zombie men right below it so I can get blocked in real life. Anybody who doesn't get that, during my Doom run at HDQ 2 years ago, Fingy had a donation comment read about not getting blocked by monsters, and right as that was being read, I got blocked trying to go out the window in E4 M5. That was a good moment. That was also a really good run. I was happy with that. You're right. They were more awake than I was on that Sunday. I did that run basically sleep deprived. Rush that one. Do not hit that so early. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is one of the nasty stuff turns. This is when you have to learn. Those are some funny digits. It's a good one for what it is. It really pays tribute to the old Kenjin Young Go mission from NX 1 and 2. Like that's the main source of inspiration here. It is structured very well. The only hard part is dealing with the god-awful save. So just put it as early as you can.
Game over.
And it does actually have some pretty tough execution, so it's not free. Yeah, that's why I'm going through a handful of them just because. Because we can start getting doubles starting in top 8, starting with 21s. And it's just like, I need to make sure I have the really gimmicky ones on lock, just in case.
Yeah, Twist of Fate ain't gonna be a good pick because ITG players.
No. No. Twist of Fate is a good pick because they don't know how to read without rhythm skin most of the time. There's a difference. There's a difference to reading slow.
I don't want to see that on written skin. It's gonna be like green and teal mess.
The thing is, if I force someone to ban Twist of Fate on me because they don't know it, that frees up something else that's probably more in my favor. Well, here. There are some very good players in this tournament that do know how to read slow, and I expect them to get in the top 8 for sure, because I would be very surprised if they didn't. So, it's really just getting...
New teams. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 21.
Alright, what other 21s? That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. This piece of shit. It's like you've got M mods anyways. M mods are good enough. Kinda need to get that. God, I hate that chart. It depends. Like, let's not group them all, because the players that actually play in tournaments for IGD, they will read slow as needed. They will play hard on slowdowns as needed. Let's not group them. I know we love grouping, but let's not. It's late as fuck. It's always been late as fuck.
Next stage.
I don't mind the other chart. The other chart's whatever. I appreciate the experimentation. I hate the actual charts. I'm just gonna leave that there. If it comes up, I'll probably just ban it. I doubt it'll come up, but this will probably be like the first thing to go because I don't want to deal with it unless I know somebody's not good at it. Yeah, most of the old ones are definitely in my favor. Especially something like this. I actually do want to play this just to refresh my memory. Because this chart was changed in Phoenix. And there's a very, very nasty run that's not there before. 86 I don't have a problem with because I know where everything is in that chart. This is definitely peak old charting in terms of what is going on. I still kind of like it. It takes its risks, and it's definitely not the worst out of the nightmares that came out of Prex 3.
At least they kept the rules and resolves.
Yeah,
And
I'm glad freestyle was deleted a long time ago. Oh, I forgot to say this on. Left. Yeah, that's why I played it to make sure. But since, like you saw, the ending holds for 400.
Next stage.
It's one of those weird charts where if you know where you're going, it doesn't feel that bad. The problem is knowing where you're going. I only can get ahead on this because I've played this chart for 15 plus years. That is the only reason. For most other players, especially those joining in the last decade or so, it's going to be a very, very uncomfortable experience. Which is why it's a good tournament pick for me if I get it.
At least you can trust this one. It's resolving.
Yeah, even before the double steps were edited, it made more sense than freestyle. Freestyle was just bad. Alright, Jen. I hope that's not going to be the case. Now, apparently we're going to be playing on Rinker's pads, so Rinker's pads shouldn't drop holds. Like, I would be surprised if his pads dropped holds of all things. But we will see when we get there. It's an experience. So I grew up in the NX era. That's when I started. When I started playing, NX2 was midway through its life cycle. So I've seen a lot since then, and I've played through all the different eras. And I've seen the pros and cons of everything. That's why I am basically Pump Grandpa at this point. Let's see.
Are you ready?
This is just something I don't play that often, so I should review it. That's not right. I need to remember to alternate feet in that section.
Absolutely perfect!
I don't know what game you're playing because they've been around for a while. And these are fine because the tick count is low. Tick count in this section is only 2.
Next stage.
I mean, stuff like Invasion's filled with those. Same person, by the way. So,
Like this is cool also that you actually program
That's not gym patterns.
No, 86 full does on holds. You just want full goals.
There are parts where you can do it either way. You're not forced to do it that way.
Not forward, but I think it's the intended way.
Well, the thing is that the tick count is still rolling at full speed in every section that's not a slow section in that one. Alright. It'll be fine. You just need to just pay attention to the end. There's already been like enough like hold abuse and current K-pop charts where that's just kind of a thing. I don't think there's anything else I really need to look at here. Nah. The next
Level
one's fine.
21, level 22.
I actually have not played the whole while. No, I'm good with Maria. Yeah, it is kind of funny. In a very weird, twisted way.
Check it out now.
Whoopsie.
Absolutely perfect!
So in Pasacaglia was one of the songs crossed over from Infinity during Fiesta 2. And the thing about that song is that none of the Infinity charts were crossed over. Recently, in the last update, we got a D25 added to Pasacaglia here in Phoenix. And the chart looks like something somebody in Infinity would have made 10 years ago. And not in the best ways. It's one of those things of ambitious idea, execution is not so good.
Rain Spark.
What about Rainspark? What about it? There are not foot switches in that chart. Weird bracket holds and such, and slow down.
There was a full switch chart.
Well, none of the charts from Infinity were good at the time. So I was on the dev team at the time. I was one of the step artists. And I remember getting back the scorecard from the K-Pump team. They evaluated everything of ours that we had made, whether it was going into Fiesta 2 or just staying only in Infinity. And most of the ratings were not good. The things that they did consider good are in the game mostly. Some of them have been removed since being added, but most of the stuff that they rated was not good.
they still changed most of the stuff they took.
Yep. Well, the actual Infinity D25 is also bad in its own way. Because it tries to be Necromancy D23 2.0 without realizing what makes Necromancy work. In that chart for Pasacaglia, all of them are supposed to be fit switches. It's just very difficult to follow.
Tom boy.
I played that last time. I think we went through D23s. We went through D22s not too long ago, so I shouldn't need to review too many. I really enjoy this chart. This is like a pervert's chart, and I love it. This one's just, it's just all execution from start to finish. Like, you get a little bit of break, but it's all execution on how well can you anchor.
This is the end of the world for everyone, boys and girls. This is the end of the world. White flags come
Where I was after I got started on the left side. You gotta remember that. Oh, I actually hate this song. The upper charts are interesting, and that's what saves it for me. But I do not like this song.
Good luck to you all.
That was not good. Let's play that again. Oh, absolutely not a 21 like the original rating was.
Wow! You're
Shouldn't be dropping
awesome! Game over!
Like, yeah, but pretty much the only way you'd get me to play this song is by having weird-ass charts, which S20 and D22 definitely are. Because the charts below that are fine, but they're not particularly interesting. S20 I also detest, but it's at least a challenge. So at least you can get me to play it that way. But this one I legitimately... I didn't realize it was already 5:30. Jesus Christ. Alright, this is gonna be my last credit then, because I gotta go after this.
New teams! Difficulty zone level 17. Level 22.
Like, I didn't already realize it was already 5:30. We're not going to forget about starting on the left side for that one little thing and then move to the right after.
This is the end of the world. White flags come
rule.
That'd be good enough. It's like 1 and 1 or something. That's good enough. Like I said, as long as you know where you're going, you can keep it.
Absolutely perfect!
That's fine.
Next stage.
Yeah, it's tough because you're swinging your legs around. You're basically doing the equivalent of 8s at 225, but anchoring them everywhere. So it's tough to keep up. It actually has been a while since I've played this, so I will play this in for because I know the ending of this. The middle has the hold kicks, but I need to be careful not to lose the ending. Ending should be fine. Hey, Beth. Yeah, it is, it's a good one.
Absolutely perfect!
I think out of the third contest, this was my favorite song. It's either that or Repentance. Both were really, really up there for me. It's very much a very signature Yuma song with how he does his instrumentation, but he keeps it short and to the point. I appreciate it. I do like the character art as well, because the character was from that contest too. I just wish the BGA itself was better. Because the BGA itself is unfortunately not very interesting. So unfortunately it feels like a little bit of a waste of a character. But yeah, Reverie's kept short and to the point, doesn't overstay its welcome, and it has its challenges. not talk about that. Okay, don't relax too much at the end. Yeah, I feel that.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
It's really ironic how this is still around and original Hypnosis has been kicked again for the last 7 years. And it's going to stay that way probably. I don't think they're going to bother licensing the original Hypnosis back. Because that's a story all in itself. Oh, I see a chart that I need to practice because it will definitely be a tournament pick. This piece of crap. That being said, Diesel himself did praise me when he saw the PG video last year, so I can't be too mad.
What is this getting for the symbol?
Never. Unless we port Nimgo's Leeds Day, which, if I remember right, that chart was really weird. It was a really weird single. Double was his old UCS, cleaned up a bit, which was very fun. But single was like a really weird new chart.
Well, double was the breakable one, wasn't it?
It had some brackets, but it was just... No, you're thinking spams.
Yes.
Yeah, Nimgo's was more normal. It fit very well. It was good. Yeah, yeah. Everybody cries on this one, and that is why I always emphasize: if you are going to be playing in a tournament, play everything as much as you can. Like, play everything at least once, so you know what's not going to catch you off guard, and you have to sight read. You don't want to sight read in tournaments. I've had to do that, even normal tournaments. It's not pleasant. It's scary. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to do this, because this is actually really tough. Hey, Mitan. Fun is very subjective for this chart. I always said this is ambitious, and there are some good ideas, but it's too stacked back to back to really make any sense. That being said,
Stage.
I have seen the original version of that chart, and this is at least a cleaned up version. Slightly. I love Unique too. Unique is a great song that doesn't get a whole lot of love. I would like a new singles, but I don't think we're ever going to actually get one. Alright, let's play one last song and be done. Because I need to get a shower and get ready for work. And also check and make sure my sync setup didn't break. Because that was like the main reason for playing today. You know what? Let's play this. Let's end on this. There are several Secret Doan songs. At least I say there are. There were 5 Secret Doan songs in VSDX, and we have all but one of them still.
It was not even that secret because it was released.
Well, it was secret at release. We didn't get this until 1.30 in arcade, so it still took like 5-6 months for it to be like normal play. Yeah, so this came out in 1.30. We got charts for Pine Nut and ASDF in 1.50, and then finally in Night Duty. Night Duty came. What was it XX? Yeah, but which was it? 2.05. It was one of the like post-COVID patches, like one of the ones that was a supplement. I do like this song a lot and think it's a good classical remix. It also has a very pretty BGA. Like the one introduced in Fiesta 2 was nice, but this one really showcases Ligert's skill and how much he improved. Foot is always on the opposite end when I'm reaching over. Because that was all my misses.
Unbelievable! You are the
Trying to reach the
best!
close one. I'm going to start interacting reaching for the close one. That's fine. Still a good score. It's still a good score. And that chart is especially dangerous. Because if you get a bad
Game
or
over!
good in the drill section, which is very easy to do, you just tank bad judgments everywhere. and your score plummets like a rock on Phoenix. So it's important to do that very clean. The rest is paying attention, but it's really the drill section that is the most important. I would say even more important than the stairs. Because most people will struggle with the stairs. That's normal. But the moment you're off in the drill, that's an opportunity for the opponent to get some mileage off of you. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you for joining me for a short session today. We will continue this probably either Friday or Saturday. I do have a long week of work, so depends on how tired I am. Let me see if I can find a host on Twitch, see who's doing some stuff. Who are we going to rate? I spy Goof and Spooty doing some Rabbit and Steel together. Let's go say hi to Goof. Go say hi to Spooty and Goof. Two wonderful friends. Fantastic speedrunners of other games. And I will hopefully be back either Friday or Saturday. If not, we'll do something over the weekend. But thanks for watching, everyone.